welcome to your September predictions reading. So lovely to have you here. We are going to be looking at what September has in store for you. I'll be pulling 3 cards from this tarot deck, which will tell us 3 main themes your sign will experience in September. And then we're going to clarify with more tarot and pull oracle cards to get confirmation and advice. Now, if you're looking for love-specific messages, I do my love predictions once a month, from the middle of the month to the next middle of the month, if that makes sense. So you currently have mid-August to mid-September up, and I recommend you, if this resonates, subscribe and join the family so you can stay tuned for the next love predictions readings, which should be up in about 2 weeks. Let's get some messages for you, Aries. What can Aries expect to experience in September, Spirit? What are the major themes for Aries? One more card, please, Spirit. We're going to take the one that flew all the way across the board. We have the World card reversed. Okay, I'm hearing that song by Fouché, Deep End. Falling off the deep end. We have 8 of coins. I've been trying not to fall off the deep end. Oh my gosh, what's going on, Aries? We also have the King of Coins. So we have a lot of earth energy in your reading. Very strong Capricorn with the World. But technically speaking, I could see Virgo in the 8 of Coins and Taurus in the King of Coins. At the back of the deck is the Queen of Cups reversed. So let us get into this. I think I'm going to need my crystals and your bottom deck energy. With this Queen of Cups, I can't help but feel like there is this need for you to figure out how to express something in the month ahead. And it feels like something that you're struggling to connect your heart and intuition to. It feels almost like you need to talk about this. You need to share your feelings, or you need to find a way to express how you're feeling. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups reversed, you're trying to listen to your intuition. You're going, maybe it's not the right time, but you're also struggling to pay attention to what your intuition has been telling you about these feelings. I do see you doing a lot of work behind the scenes, Aries, just to kind of reconcile how you feel, especially if there is a situation in September that provokes strong feelings from you, whether it's positive or less positive, like a more negative, heavier feeling. I still see you needing time to kind of process how you're feeling and trying to figure out how to express that to the person involved in the situation. I also see you having a tendency to withdraw. And it feels like you're trying to kind of go through something behind the scenes. Now, for those who have a lot of strong fire in their charts, I do feel like you're going to be struggling a little bit in September with how you express yourself, because I'm seeing you wanting to explode and wanting to just kind of blurt, you know, like just let it out. But it feels like you're struggling to do that. And I think there is this message here of trying to work through a lesson or some sort of karmic cycle. And I don't mean karmic in a bad way. I just mean that there is a lesson here. And it seems to be one that you keep repeating because you're just unsure of how to get to the next level. So let's start with that 8 of coins, shall we? That 8 of coins is saying that you're going to be very much working hard here on your money or on your job. It does feel like you're in a bit of a cycle with that 8 of coins, and you're finding a routine that helps get you closer towards some sort of material goal. I see some of you really putting your head down and working hard on a project. For some of you, this is around your house, around your home. But for others of you, it just feels like you're inspired to kind of work hard towards something that you really want. We have the World card coming out again, reversed. Wow. What is this 8 of coins about for Aries, please, Spirit? We also have the 9 of coins reversed. What is this 8 of coins about for Aries, please, Spirit? We have the Magician reversed. And sorry, my puppy is in the background tearing up a tissue box that I gave him. So if you hear noise like that, that's what's going on. We also have the Ace of Cups upright. Interesting. We have the Death card. Wow, welcome, Scorpio. and we have the Son of Cups reversed. So at the back of the deck, we do have the Hermit card reversed. And I see the Hermit card reversed as you trying to figure something out. Now, the thing about this energy is it does feel like you're quite stuck. I almost see you avoiding or distracting yourself from something that you haven't been able to get to the bottom of. I see loose ends, and I also see a feeling of like, I don't know what to say or do, so I'm not doing anything. It feels like you're using work to distract yourself from an emotional issue or from some sort of thing that you want to talk about when it comes to your feelings, but you're having a hard time kind of getting over that or getting through that. September, there's a theme here of trying to tie up loose ends, and I see a new emotional opportunity really pushing you to work harder and pushing you to kind of put effort into something. But I also see that you're feeling unsatisfied with the rewards or the results that you're getting very early on. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, there is an insecurity around how this is all going to work out and whether the effort that you're putting into this is going to pay off. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship, whereas for others of you, it's something that you're really focused on because you want that material outcome. And you're just a bit worried about how much is being asked of you versus how much you're getting back. It also feels like you're underappreciated in this situation. Like people aren't recognizing how much you put in to this. I see behind the scenes you spending a lot of time thinking about this and wondering where it's going and then trying to distract yourself from thinking about how far ahead it's going to be. I also see finances being something that kind of, for some reason, takes away that stress, like whether you're burying yourself in work or whether the money is a form of security in this situation. So when you see growth in your account, you're feeling like, okay, this makes me feel less stressed. It could be that if another person is involved, you're comparing bank accounts with them and like, I need to have enough to kind of keep up with them and their lifestyle. But I do feel a sense of insecurity, and a lot of this has to do with you kind of seeking a material sense of validation in this situation. But I do think that how you were imagining this to work out is changing in the sense of the glass ceiling is being shattered. I see you superseding a material boundary that you once lived under. It feels like you have the potential to be very successful, Aries, and you're recognizing how you are breaking barriers and you're achieving things materially that you didn't think you could. So September is really about more growth for you, but I do see an emotional opportunity kind of impacting this material growth, because it feels like it's either a distraction or it's the fuel for your hard work, you know? So I think with the Magician reversed and the Son of Cups reversed, there is this strong feeling of, again, not being able to express feelings or not being able to be emotionally, I want to say emotionally open as you want to be. Because it feels like with the Son of Cups reversed, you're almost trying to take like this really careful and timid approach. And so it feels like you just don't have, I don't know, or maybe you're just not appreciated enough to be able to take that approach. Can we clarify the Magician and the Son of Cups, please, Spirit? Maybe they want me to take this card, the Ten of Wands. You're carrying a lot of responsibility. You're overthinking this situation, that's for sure. Mother of Swords reversed at the back of the deck and the Ten of Wands. I see you working really, really hard, and it's very much a burnout feeling, Aries. You need to maybe think about taking some time off from what you're putting into in this situation in terms of like work or the amount of pressure you put on yourself to be a certain type of way. I see some of you needing to like be two different people in order to get this done, you know, like there's a show version of you and then there's the other version of you. We have the Four of Cups coming out to clarify. So I feel like discontent and boredom is saying with this theme, you working so hard means nothing if you can't appreciate the process. Like the results are just going to be you ticking a box. If you can't appreciate the process, then why are we working so hard? I think you may need to take some time off from work. Otherwise, you are going to burn out. What is the advice here with the Eight of Coins and making more room for emotional opportunities? We have the first chakra Archangel Michael coming out for you. So your advice is all about starting new... I'm hearing a new routine that works better for you in terms of balance, but Archangel Michael is also about protection and going back to basics and just connecting with your root chakra. It feels like you do need to kind of protect yourself by preventing burnout when you realize that what you're doing, pushing yourself too hard or distracting yourself unhealthily from some of the emotional things that you need to work through. Do what you can to stop yourself from getting to that 10 of Wands moment where you're burnt out and you've literally got no one to blame but yourself. I feel like you're feeling like you're living two different lives here. You know, like one life is you as you are, and the other life is this performing monkey almost, this hard worker who has to kind of go in and get it done. And I feel emotionally you actually are realizing that you need more opportunities for that connection, especially in September. So I do think, Yoda, no. So I do think with the Four of Cups and this first chakra, Archangel Michael, there is a strong feeling here of protection and going back to basics, implementing a routine that works better for you. Let's have a look at this King of Coins now. As your second theme, Yoda, no. As your second theme, that King of Coins looks a lot like you trying to level your material world up. So I feel like this is going to resonate, especially for those who have their own business or those who have a high level of responsibility within their workplace, or those who are seeking a raise or like a promotion. I see a lot of growth for you, Aries, and I feel the King of Coins being you mastering your material world in September and feeling more in control of your finances and of your lifestyle. So where is this King of Coins going in September? We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Some of you are taking on a loan in September. We have the Empress reversed. Interesting. Yoda. Oh my God, this dog. I'm so not used to dogs, you guys. I'm such a cat person. We have Justice reversed, Two of Cups upright. Clarify this King of Coins. We have the Seven of Wands in the upright position. Clarify this King of Coins. We have the Father of Pentacles upright. So we have him twice now, the King of Coins. And we have the Son of Swords at the back of the deck. So I really feel like this King of Coins has to do with you taking action towards a financial opportunity that may be fleeting. This could be a change in jobs. This could be you needing to make a quick decision about how you spend your money or how you lend your money in order to get further ahead. But I do believe that there is a level of compromise needed in order to progress and get the best possible outcome. The compromise could be pace. Maybe you wanted to wait and all of a sudden this opportunity is here now and you have to make a split decision in the moment. Or the compromise could be how you do this. Maybe you were hoping for this opportunity and instead you're getting that. And that opportunity might even be better, but you were expecting this. So you have to readjust your expectations and have some sort of compromise. I do see a friend playing a pivotal role. For some of you, this King of Coins is about getting a sense of gratuity from helping others. So you may be able, excuse me, no. You may be able to get this feeling of like without making it sound weird, I'm important and I can help because I have money to be able to help. No. This dog is driving me insane. So I see with the Empress reversed and the Seven of Wands upright, there is a strong feeling of needing to have the courage to do this, because you do seem to think that this kind of investment or this kind of action with your finances could be very risky. And I feel like the goal here is to try to plant a seed for the future. So it seems long term, and it feels a little counterintuitive. Like that's why it feels like a loan, because we kind of get the product, but we put ourselves in debt, right? And that's why we have the Six of Pentacles here reversed too, because it kind of feels like we're having to spend, or we have to kind of take on a debt in order to do this, but we're getting something out of it. We're getting a service or a product out of it. And I think with the Empress reversed, you do need to think long term. It does feel like you helping somebody else in the immediate future and you waiting for the investment to return for yourself. So consider with Justice reversed how this may be helping them more than it's helping you. And I would encourage you to proofread and double read and triple check and get somebody else to double check any contract or any dotted line in any terms of any document that requires a signature before you sign it. With the Father of Pentacles upright, this does feel like you could be taking on something that is somewhat of an unfair situation in the immediate future in order to secure your long-term success. So I would just strongly encourage you to not be too hasty and to just do your research. So what else does Aries need to know about this King of Coins? We have, the Nine of Pentacles. It is about your material harvest. It's about financial security. It's about independence. It's about success. And it is about recognition of your hard work. So for many of you, this does feel like a big purchase. And it does feel like you do need to spend a lot of money that you may have been saving. And this definitely has to do with you being proud. Oi! Oh, sorry. You're allowed to play with that. Good boy. Sorry. There's so many tarot card boxes in here as well, so I just got to make sure he doesn't chew those up. So it does feel like you celebrating yourself and what you've been working so hard for. But I just don't want you to be taken advantage of. So read your contract and make sure that you know what you're signing up for before you sign that line. What is the advice here for the King of Coins? Envy reverse. Don't do it for somebody else. Do it for you. Do it for you. Don't do it for someone else. You have nothing to prove to anybody, Aries, especially with the hard work that you've put into yourself. Do it for you, okay? This desire to make other people jealous or to give other people a reason to talk about you could be pushing you into taking on something that you're not ready for. So just make sure you're doing it for you, because you've worked hard for this and you deserve this, not to make anybody else jealous. Let's keep moving forward and we'll have a look at that World card reverse next. So this feels like a lot of loose ends. We have the Lovers card coming out first. It does feel like a lesson that you're struggling to bypass because you just don't seem to be understanding what is required of you, with the Judgment card coming out next, in order to move forward. And so we're kind of feeling a bit stuck in a situation where we want positive movement, but we realize we can't do that until we tie up these loose ends. We're having the Nine of Swords come out as well. I'm seeing a profound sense of clarity, almost like a rude awakening over here. What else can you tell us about the World card reversed? We have the Son of Wands reversed. I'm hearing don't do it that way, do it this way. Interesting. We have the Ten of Cups. Aquarius is coming through strongly over here. So is Scorpio and Gemini. We have the Six of Wands, Swords, and at the back of the deck is the Father of Swords reversed. So what I believe is happening over here is there is something that you need to think about doing in this situation in which you felt stuck and you're unable to progress, and it feels like it's really been carrying on to the point where you may be repeating cycles in this situation, but you don't know what to do. You're feeling like it's a bit of an unfair situation in the sense of it's not your responsibility to take action, or it's not your responsibility to fix this. For some reason, it feels like it's somebody else's responsibility, and it feels like you need to make a decision about this, but it's hard for you to figure out what to do when somebody else is involved and the onus is on them. It could be co-parenting for some of you, or it's just a messy relationship in which it's hard to kind of stick into your defined roles. I feel like what's going on here for you though is you got to figure out what you can do and how you can take some of your power back in this situation. I'm seeing a strong sense of awakening and clarity as well as independence. I see with the Judgment card and the Ten of Cups, you're going to decide to do something that involves you paying more attention to what is best for you, and in order to kind of get closer to your happy ending and your sense of, I'm hearing family for some of you, but it's just this strong feeling of connection. And I feel like this may be more of an awareness rather than an action. It's an internal awareness, and you realizing what you want very clearly, and you realizing that in order to get what you want, you may need to start taking some more serious actions, or putting in some more serious boundaries, or just being more clear with whoever else is involved of what your expectations are. I see the Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords here as you getting an epiphany. There is a strong feeling of hindsight with the Nine of Swords. Like it almost feels like we realize something when it's a little bit too late. So I see some sleepless nights as you process what you can do and you reflect on what has happened in order to find your clarity on how you can move forward. This feels like something that is going to be an ongoing theme, and September is really about you figuring out a way out of this stuck feeling and a way to kind of move forward in a positive sense so that you're getting more peace, but you're also moving forward in a way that's best for you, your happiness, and your loved one's happiness. For some of you, this does involve children, and it feels like a co-parenting situation. But for others of you, it just feels like you're being very selective about your actions towards others and how much you involve them in this process. It feels like a cycle in which you feel trapped in, and family could be involved, but not necessarily. It's just kind of you figuring out how to tie up these loose ends and move through this once and for all. So what else do they need to know about that World card, please, Spirit? What else do they need to know? We have the sacral chakra reversed. So you've just got to be very careful about how you take action over here, because I'm seeing action inspired off of jealousy, or action inspired off of spite and bitterness, and just this feeling of needing to go back to, well, where is our action coming from? Like, what is the inspiration behind this? What do we want? What do we desire? What is our passion telling us? Is our passion coming from a distorted place of envy, jealousy, etc.? Do we need to kind of purge some of this first in a helpful, expressive way before we consider making drastic changes? There is a strong feeling here of needing more outlets about this, whether you have deep and meaningful conversations with people you trust about this, or whether you find helpful ways for you to reflect positively and discharge that negative energy in a helpful way. It's very important that you give yourself more outlets over here, because I'm seeing this energy kind of fester inside you and cause this destructive sort of almost self-sabotage behavior. So Spirit, what is the advice over here with the World card reversed? We have all tied up. And it does feel like this advice has a lot to do with getting your equilibrium back, your sense of balance. There is empowerment in this energy as you take your power back from this situation by realizing what you can do versus what isn't your responsibility. There is this feeling of balancing your feminine and masculine energy over here. So that is about coming into a state of awareness by awakening to the truth of the situation, and then coming into a state of a feeling of empowerment by realizing what your choices and options are when it comes to action and assertive energy. I do think with all tied up being your primary advice, that this energy is really just about liberating yourself, empowering yourself, and becoming more aware of what your options are so that you don't feel as stuck in this cycle as you do. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Aries, when it comes to the month of September. I hope this is helpful for you. If this didn't resonate 100%, you may have messages in your big three. Your sun, moon, rising sign is a good place to start if you're looking for backup messages for the month ahead. Otherwise, you may choose to gravitate towards any part of your natal chart that really stands out for you. For example, if you want help in movement and sort of creating more of that masculine dynamic. You may look at like what your Mars sign is. If you want to connect more with your feminine energy, you could have a look at your Lilith, or even I would consider more Venus Lilith. You could look into your houses. It's really up to you and how much time you have, really. But thank you so much for joining me, Aries. I wish you a prosperous, successful month ahead. I hope these messages were helpful, and I hope the advice and information just helps you feel more informed of what you can do. Remember, you're the creator of your reality, sweet soul. Nothing is set in stone. It's really up to you. I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye.